Alright guys, welcome back to the ace match, the final match between these two players. One player going to walk away with a laptop, the other going to walk away with 500. We just missed our top right player, Cobo. He's from Malaysia. And down here at the bottom left is our Zerg player at Cytoplasm from Sweden.
Yes, let's see what Cobo is going to bring us this game. So far he brought us a very entertaining set of games at least. He's going to go for a Forge Expand as it seems, and I'm expecting Cytoplasm to go once again for 14 hatch. 14 pool and either 15 or 16 hatch.
Yeah, I'm actually a little bit surprised by that pylon placement.
Yep.
That's not really the most ideal placement to do a Forge Fast Expand. You have a secondary ramp.
Yeah, I think he's going to go for a Forge Gate to the Nexus, so he's like lighting the wall over there. So
you can do that, but the problem is if the roaches come up, they can hit the Nexus from the left. You have to be very careful with how you place your cannons.
Yeah, you're going to need two cannons. Always two cannons. So that's actually starting to become quite common. Just in general, because two cannons is quite safe against bailing busts as well and stuff. It's always nice to have it. So gonna give him the benefit of the doubt.
I'll give him the benefit of the doubt for sure. It's just it's not something you see very often, is that pylon placement on this map. So looks like we may have spawning pool first. Always the safer thing. Cytoplasm likes to play it safe. Get that pool first.
I can't blame him either. I mean, I do think Cytoplasm realizes that he's the better player in this series.
Yeah, definitely.
So why try to go greedy, get hatch first, and then die against something really, really silly? Just go spawning pool into hatchery, and then that makes that's absolutely fine.
Yeah.
For the people who are not that familiar with Cytoplasm, he's actually a Grandmaster League Zerg, and he's really quite a good player. He managed to qualify. I'm not actually sure why he qualified for the World Cyber Games, because I remember the final of the World Cyber Games in Sweden was between Lalouche and Sasa. But neither of them is here, and Cytoplasm will actually stay longer in Korea. He's going to practice really hard in the Gum House. He's beating a ton of good players. Ooh, Probe actually missing the hatchery right there.
Yeah, that's a huge blunder. You got to be really careful with that. It's like the most embarrassing thing ever if you have a Probe blocking a hatchery and your opponent still makes it. It's like, wow, I guess I really messed that up. And it looks like Cytoplasm needs a quick little pause here. His battery's dying again.
Okay, it would be nice if we can just get an Adaptoros. But yeah, what I want to say about Cytoplasm, he's really quite a good player. I play against him quite a bit in Europe, like we practice together sometimes, and he definitely wins more games against me than I win against him. He's a high-level Grandmaster League player as well. He's able to pretty much compete with everybody, just doesn't really have the consistency in his results that he's actually able to make like really good runs in tournaments. But he's a player who's able to win like weekly cups in Europe and stuff, so he's really quite good. And he had a pretty good showing here as well in the World Cyber Games. He went 4-2 in his group. Played tiebreakers or round robin, as Bling likes to call it. Do you know the expression round robin?
Yeah.
Okay, I've never heard of it.
All the on-game net casters are really good. They're quite famous for Brood War casting. And you can tell the observer isn't as familiar with StarCraft 2, but I'm sure he's adjusting. It's probably one of his first times doing a StarCraft 2.
Yeah, he's learning it, man.
Yeah.
He's like, I have a future career in this one.
I'll just make fun of Warcraft 3 again like yesterday. Oh, here's our crowd. You guys get a shot of that. You can see the venue here down in Busan.
Man, I feel like such a pussy when I go outside here, but I see like all these really cute Korean girls in like really short skills, and it feels like it's like minus 26 degrees. I'm like freezing in my jeans and winter jacket, and these girls are walking around in short skirts. I have no idea how they do it.
Well, they're doing it for me, man. They want me to see that.
I'm sure they do. I think they do it for me because they want me to keep them warm.
Is that so?
I feel like such a girl, but it's so freaking cold in Busan. It's unreal. I haven't felt this cold in a long time.
Yeah, it's actually even a little bit colder in Seoul right now, so
it's insane.
It is a little bit cold outside, but I think fashion is actually more important.
Fashion is more important.
I think fashion is actually more important, Rotterdam. I think we can agree on this.
Yep.
I mean, not for guys, but for girls, absolutely.
As long as you look good, as long as the hair is good, as long as the outfit is good. All right, guys. So we just fill up time, as you guys can notice. We still seem to have a minor problem. Over here in our super match, game 3 between Cytoplasm and Cobo, and I really think that, imagine if they would say like, all right guys, we can't play this anymore, and be happy about that one, man. That's a really cool, really good looking notebook. I do think, with all due respect of course for Cobo, because he seems like a really talented player. I have no idea how well he's able to practice, but I mean he's just not ready yet for playing guys like Cytoplasm or even bigger levels. Yeah, I think you might be right.
And either way, he's still going to get $500 out of this show match. He's, really he took a game off of me, did a really interesting Dark Templar build in game 2. It worked out really well. And, you can tell he's a smart player. It's just that perhaps he hasn't really fleshed out his build very much yet. He might be trying to do something a little bit new.
Yeah, he just needs to fine-tune his builds a little bit. I mean, you see Cytoplasm bringing in the Overlords in position, of course. It was quite unfortunate for these two guys who have like such a hold-up, but hopefully it won't influence their performance all that much. And, well, it can be more unusual than what we've seen so far.
Yeah, I think, we saw last game was just a silly game. Neither player really, like the plans for our Pro player Cobo just went extremely well, but I don't even think he expected them to go that well. His opponent had a lair up already and an Evo chamber, but yet still the DTs killed so much stuff.
Cobo is like, hey man, I'm like 40 workers ahead. This never happens. I have no idea what I could possibly do right now.
He actually warped in like 9 DTs total too. Like he had so much gas, he just made only DTs and that was it.
Yeah, man, that second warp in was really smart actually, because that allowed him to kill that third edge. Otherwise, it would have been a lot easier for Cytoplasm to recover, even though he was down like 30 workers. But Larva Inject does magic for you.
Yeah, Larva Inject is a magical tool. It's actually so cool to see how fast StarCraft 2 is developed, to see people knowing how many queens they need to make now and making macro hatcheries that they weren't making before. Just so cool to me. I love how StarCraft 1 developed and StarCraft 2 seeing it develop just as quickly, if not even quicker, is just so cool to see, because a year from now, some of the things we're talking about now we may never even see again. It'll just become outdated.
Once again, no doubt about that. Once again, Cobo gets a really good probe scout off over here. He's going to see the entire main base of Cytoplasm. We will see that there's still no extractor. He's going to spot those overlords as well in the right corner of the map. And actually, I think this opening is really quite good for Cobo. I mean, he went Nexus first after the pylon, and his economy has been really good so far. I think he's like really right on at the worker count. Perhaps he's even a little bit ahead.
Yeah, he's going for the 4 gas immediately here as well. His first unit going to be a stock getting +1 as well. I'm kind of curious to see what he's going to do.
I think the wall wasn't perfect after all, because he made like sort of that safety pylon, like an emergency pylon next to the forge. He's like, my wall wasn't as good as it should have been.
Yeah, man, Wolf told him, he was like, I don't know about that wall off.
So we see Pro's play is actually supply capped right now. That's quite unfortunate, but the pylon is ready. He should definitely start. Really weird pylon placement. It's like creating his own little wall over there. He should definitely start using those extractors or those assimilators, and I think he is doing it right now. 40 probes against 42 drones, so that is very good. A lot of chronables saved up on the Nexus. And wow, once he's like, man, that went really good. All those DTs, I'm gonna do that same thing all over again.
That's what I said, man. When I saw the look on his face, I was like, I think he's just gonna do it again next game. Well, this guy's a lot better than me, but last time this worked, and I'm gonna do it again. He's adding a few more gates as well. This could actually be a blink stalker timing.
No, man, he's going DTs, no doubt.
We'll see. Yeah, I mean, he does have a lot of gas saved up, I think. No, he's just going to make a Stargate. I'm like, I don't know. He like makes
How could you not call that, man? Like, wasn't it like plain obvious that he was going +1 Twilight Council into Stargate?
He like makes an Arbiter Tribunal. I'm like, wait a minute, you can't do that in StarCraft 2.
So what is he going to do with the Twilight Council? It might actually be Blink Stalkers, and after all, even though I have no idea, best Blink Stalker Void Ray?
I guess.
More gates?
Whoa, I don't know.
Man, this guy is like the coolest builds in history. I really like Cobo.
The Zerg player has seen a lot of gateways, so it might be I don't know. It doesn't make sense either, though. I'm like, I'm not sure. Now he's going to see the Stargate 2, he's going to be like, well...
Cytoplasm is going to scout this. He's like, what on earth am I actually scouting right now? Like, I'm scouting 8 gates, Stargate, Twilight Council.
Yeah, man, it's the standard 8-gate Twilight... What is going on?
No.
He, like, cancels 3 of the gateways suddenly, and, like, makes a Dark Shrine.
Void Ray, I was right. It's going to be a Void Ray. Man, Cobo is so cool.
And he like makes like a Dark Shrine now too, and a Templar Archives, and a Robo. Like
Spore Crawlers going up now as well. He's like, I make a Stargate with a Void Ray just in case. So you make Spore Crawlers and then I go DTs. Like that's really smart.
Oh, he might just be like trying to show him. He's like, look how many different things you have to be scared of, and then he just makes a third base and doesn't make any units. Maybe that's his plan.
Yeah. Hey man, it's Blink Stalk and Void Ray 3 base 9 gate.
It's the very standard like 1 Zealot, 1 Void Ray, 3
plus
Sentry,
one.
like
+1.
Yeah, the +1 3 Sentry, Zealot, Void Ray, third base expansion build.
It's one of the most popular builds on the Southeast Asian server right now. Here we go. Cytoplasm is actually not scouting this third base, so he's going to be he's going to be caught up a little bit off guard. He's going to make a ton of drones though. I mean, Cytoplasm is playing quite standard, but obviously he is confused like hell.
Well, there's just no units out right now for a Protoss. The Zerg player had a faster third up. He's getting a Spire right now, which I think is going to be really good considering, of course, this is cross position, this is WCG map. And the Spire is actually quite good for this map, I think.
Yeah, I mean, Spire is always good, and he's going to need Spire anyway. A lot of probes on that right assimilator.
Okay, so he did get the Robo now. He's almost completed all the tech trees.
Yes. All that's missing is the fleet beacon, but I think that's just a matter of time. Here comes the Overseer. The Overseer is going to scout, and he has actually no idea what he's going to scout. Road Speed is ready though. If I was Cytoplasm, I would really not wait until this guy maxes out, because he's chrono boosting upgrades like madman, so he's going to have like +3 on the max health Protoss army.
Yeah, I mean, he is actually, I mean, he's made a lot of different tech structures here, but because of Zerg's not putting any pressure on him, it's okay. What he's done is not really a safe thing, but it's working out for him in this case.
And it's like going to be like Roach only against Surprise Void Rays. Like it's going to be suddenly like 8 Void Rays. Oh no, he's harassing with the Void Rays. Like 11 minutes, 40 seconds Void Ray harass.
Yeah, he's going to try to kill some Overlords there in the main base.
He could have potentially flew into like 18 mutas by now, but...
Yeah, in fact, right now the gas for a Zerg player is going into those upgrades. The Infestation Pit about to finish. We'll see how many Infestors he'll make.
I don't understand why our Observer is not showing our Void Ray. I would love to see what the Void Ray are achieving. Here come the Zerglings and the Roaches though. A ton of Roaches. Templar Archives getting addict now as well. I mean, that's one building we did not have yet. 166 supply for our Zerg player. 116 supply for Cobo.
Yeah, I think this attack is just going to be, even though he's got Void Rays out, it's just going to kill the Nexus. He doesn't have enough units to stop it.
He does have cannons though, and actually I think Cytoplasm is going to... He's scared a little bit. He saw that Protoss army in realize, man, that's quite a lot of Protoss units. Corruptors being added now as well. Man, he's like faking a lot of Corruptors because he's actually like not going Void Rays at all.
Yeah, that's true. I think
7 Corruptors.
There's a high. Okay, just out a ton more gates. I think he's going to go for a really nice timing attack with perhaps Storm is going to follow it up.
Storm?
Yeah, he's...
Man, if he's going to win this game, like, I'm going to give you Cytoplasm hell for this for the rest of his life.
I don't know, man. This is just very unusual. Well, I like what Cytoplasm is doing. He's taking a 4th base here. He's got total control of the map. He can't control the Watchtower because of that pesky Void Ray, but he's still got... He can make this hatchery quite easily. His creep is spreading out there. He can move those queens down to control that Watchtower. He's got a maxed out army. He can keep trading with the Protoss if he wants to.
Yep, he's going to spot those Voiders right now, or those Corruptors. Look at that Voider, man. Does so much damage on those Corruptors, but that's not going to matter.
Yeah, nice micro as well. Ooh, takes out the Observer as well.
The Hive is almost ready there, and of course, as soon as Broodlords come, that's going to be very, very good. Great Aspire morphed in straight away. So Cytoplasm is actually doing a lot of things right now. And yeah, I think our Protoss players has like one chance. Like, that's a really, really big Blink Stalker High Templar push, and that could potentially, like in a really, really sick world, that could potentially win him the game.
Yeah, it could work. The problem is there's just so many Zerglings on the map right now. He's not really going to be able to blink forward. The Greater Spire is on the way.
Nah, he really has to hit before the Broodlords, otherwise...
Yeah, no way, yeah, there's no way he's going to be able to do it if he doesn't do that. He's got an Infestor on the high ground in the middle of the map, and he controls the Watchtower. It's going to be really hard. He's getting charged now. I'm not sure the usefulness of that in this case.
Not sure either.
Well, we're going to miss a huge battle in the middle of the map.
No, we're not. Feedback's going down. Nice Storms as well. And all of the Roaches. The Roaches taking a lot of damage, but do we have enough Stalkers to finish off the Roaches?
I don't think so. Yeah, the Roaches are going to clean this up, and with another wave of units coming in after this, I think Cytoplasm might be on his way to getting a nice new Samsung laptop.
Well, with now all of the Stalkers and the Archon, I actually think it might be enough right now for our Protoss player. He's actually going to force Cytoplasm to retreat.
Yeah, he will. You know, he didn't reinforce. He actually did not make a lot more units back at home.
Man, if he gets a pilot in the middle of the map and he keeps working in Stalkers, he wants to do that, even though that finally gets cancelled. More Zerglings streaming in right now, but we have really nice upgrades on those Zealots, man.
Yeah, it's... looks like he is going to clean up the majority of these Stalkers, not actually using any corruption on those Corruptors. I'm a little bit disappointed by that. Yeah, but he's going to make Broodlords. Here they come.
Wow, so many Zealots being walked in as well. I love how he's just expanding right below or right above Cytoplasm. He's like, oh, you want to take the middle? Okay, I'm going to take the middle of the map as well. I don't care. But now 5 Broodlords are on their way. We have a big, big Zergling run-by in the natural expansion.
The natural expansion of the Protoss. There's a huge Zergling run-by there. I don't know exactly how well it's doing over there.
Like,
but
it's gonna hear the sound soon, our Observer. I'm not sure who's like the worst player in this game, like either of these two guys or the Observer. Or us.
I don't know, we're being pretty mean, but yeah. I have to say I haven't seen play like this in a while from my casting. Well, we are going to see this Nexus cancelled. I don't know why he thought he could take that against Broodlords on the high ground in the middle of the map. Charge Zealots charging at Broodlings.
A lot of high Templars, feedback breath, nice Fungal Growth. Storm goes down on literally nothing.
Yeah, and it looks like things are just not going well for our Malaysian player.
Nah, I mean, he's obviously he's really quite a good player, but he's not ready for this level of play yet.
Yeah, or either that, or perhaps he's just really nervous today. He couldn't really decide what type of build he was wanting to go with.
We have more and more Zergling run-bys. I'm not sure how much damage the first Zergling run-by did. We didn't really keep a close eye on that. 190 supply right now for Cytoplasm, 106 supply for our Malaysian Protoss. It's getting more Void Rays. he also warped in a lot of sentries. And it's sort of phase where he's like, we're just getting attacked by Broodlords, and sentries are not that good against Broodlords.
Yeah, they're not. I mean, he does not have enough gas to really make enough stalkers to deal with these Broodlords.
Nope, so he's going to get more charge plots.
Yeah, getting the Zealots to try to buffer here a little bit, but
nice blink.
Yeah, the blink was okay. There's just so many roaches underneath.
Yes,
Infested Terrans may be the key to ending this with that extra damage they're going to do. And it looks like this may be it for our Malaysian player.
Indeed, roaches encircling, swarming all over Cobo. Cobo is going to lose his gun and he's going to lose his fight, and these roaches are dealing a ton of damage. Cytoplasm with decent macro though is like producing a lot of units all along. He does have quite a bit of money banked up. The Protoss player just does not have enough gas to continue doing whatever he actually wants to do. And I guess that's Void Rays and Stalkers.
GG!
Cobo will call GG, so Cytoplasm, the Swedish Zerg, is going to win the Samsung Notebook.
And I'd be pretty happy about that.
No, I'd be really